How much does it cost to flip a house? By the end of this video, you're going to understand all the costs associated with flipping a house, so you can budget accurately, make smarter offers, and avoid losing money and actually make a profit. One of the first questions I get from new investors is, okay, so how much does it really cost to flip a house? Let's break it down. If you're trying to guess what a flip's going to cost, you are setting yourself up to fail. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through the real numbers. And I can tell you this, it is not just about the price of the house. You need to know all the hidden costs that most people miss. All right, let's start with the obvious one, the purchase price of the home. That's your initial cost to buy a home. Next, you have pre-inspection costs, which I recommend getting things inspected even if you're new. You may have a full house inspector. You want to inspect things like a septic, like a well. Have your HVAC system inspected, have your roof inspected. Anything that could be a big cost that could cost you later on, have that inspected. But you're going to be paying for the inspector to go out and do that. That's an upfront cost. Now you're going to have buying costs. Buying costs are your title company, your attorney, those types of fees. Usually 1 to 1.5% of the total purchase price will be your buying costs. Now, if you're using hard money, well, your money starts here. At the closing table, you're going to have to pay up front for points on that loan. There's also going to be administrative fees and closing fees that they're going to charge. Your insurance on a property, usually it's 1 year in advance. At the very least, it's probably a quarter in advance. So you have to have the cash for that. Now, rehab costs. Well, of course, that's the biggest wild card. Now, some flips are what I call a no-touch flip, where you literally don't touch the flip. Yeah, we do them when they're great. Some flips are repair only. Fix a window, fix a back porch, fix a set of stairs, and just do minor repairs and sell the house. Some homes are cosmetic, new kitchen, new bathroom, new paint, new floors. Some houses are full rehab. You're actually taking down walls, doing rehab, doing major repairs on the house, including all the cosmetic stuff I listed earlier. Some flips are what we call a value add. You may take a part of the house that might be unused now, like an old porch out back, and convert that to a master bedroom or a master suite, or add a bathroom on the back of the house. You may decide that that may be the way that you increase value to increase your profits on your flip. All of your costs for these different flips really depends on condition, it depends on layout, and the materials you choose to use on your flip. Your numbers can swing really fast here in the wrong direction if you're not managing this job correctly. Your management of this process can make or break your flip. Then we have holding costs. This is where your money can go really quick, and I call it the silent killer of real estate deals because people don't even realize it's going out the door until they sit at the closing table and say, wait a minute, I thought I was supposed to profit a lot more than this. What happened? And it's your holding costs. Things like interest on your loan, insurance payments, taxes that you're not paying every single day, but at the closing table, you pay for every day that you own a piece of property, maintenance costs, and just keeping the lawn up, keeping the driveway clean. Those are a big expense that most people forget to estimate up front and certainly can make or break your flip if you don't manage it. Remember, the longer you hold a flip, the more it costs you. And the more it costs you, the more money goes out of your pocket. The next expense you're going to have is closing costs when you sell the house. Yes, you're going to pay there too. Everybody wants their hands in your pocket when you're flipping a house. It's just part of the game. So you have a real estate agent, usually anywhere from 5 to 7% commission. You're going to have to deal with a title company or an attorney, depending if you're a title state. Or if you're an attorney state, we have videos on our site that talk about title versus attorney state. Check them out. And you're going to have to pay a transfer tax to your local state government. Well, figure 1 to 2% for that fee as well. The government will always take their pound of flesh. Now, as part of your expenses, I want you to always include a safety buffer. We call it a very technical word in our business. It's called the oops factor. And the oops factor is 10 to 15% of the total budget of your repair costs. If you don't figure an oops factor in your budget, you will almost always get burned because not one renovation that I've done in thousands of renovations have we ever had one go perfectly as planned without any surprises. Some are better than others, but there's always something you just weren't expecting. So figure the oops factor into your budget. But you know, of all the expenses we listed, you know what the biggest expense is? It's not knowing your numbers. Flipping is a risk, but if you do it right, It's a calculated risk, not just a gamble. If you just throw numbers at it, you're gambling. And as we know, gambling is losing. There's a reason why Las Vegas casinos are so incredibly beautiful when you walk in. It's not because they're all winning, no matter what they tell you. So if you want to get your costs right, you gotta start with the rehab numbers. Go watch our video, how to evaluate a flip deal like a pro. I'll show you how to evaluate renovation costs step by step in a very systematic way, so you can make solid offers and protect your profit. The link is in the description below. Check it out.